Yes, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the review for the game. Manchester United 3, Charlton Athletic 0. We are through to the semi-finals of a Carabao Cup. Lots of positivity. Feeling good at the minute to be a Manchester United fan. Many things to discuss, and obviously I have the wonderful Sam alongside me to go through it. What did you make of that game in general, Sam?
80%, very mundane. So
Yeah.
nothing too special to write home about. A couple of interesting things I'm sure we'll get into, but then Rashford at the end with doing what he does best, really, doesn't he? Just absolutely smashing it. And yeah, we'll get into the sort of more interesting, smaller bits that I thought were good to sort of look at. But yeah, I thought it was going to be what I said it was in a prediction. 1-0, boring all the way to the end, and then Rashford comes on, scores it, and it's fine. And pretty much what we got. I think.
Yeah. I thought Charlton had the odd transition. They had quite a few counter attacks, but never really did anything with them at all. It was always they got to the final third, and it was like, didn't really know what to do.
Tommy Heaton didn't make a save, really, did he? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was just caught a few balls in the air. That was it, really. I was saying in the live, it was a much more comfortable night for Tommy Heaton than it was with Dubravka anyway.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You put it that way. He looks relatively comfortable. I don't know if starting individuals or as a team first. You can't really. It's a bit disjointed, wasn't it, with the team because obviously, a couple of players who never played before, Kobe Mainu, being a standout name in the lineup. I was like, whoa, that's a big shout for a quarter final. I know it's against Athletic. I know they're 12th and they're in mid-table, but to start someone like that who's has he got a minute for United or
not in the first team? Not the first team.
No. So to put him in a game like that, he must have quite a lot of trust in him. And he didn't. He don't look. He didn't light the world up, but he didn't do bad. I thought he was okay. What did you make of his performance?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just testing our sound. He didn't do anything like mesmerizing. He wasn't Garnacho. Like Garnacho, when he's been on, he's like lit it up, and everybody gets off the feet in the ground when he touches the ball. And we'll get on to Garnacho because I thought he had a really, really good game.
Yeah, for sure.
Kobe made it. Yeah, he did well, did decent. I thought at 17 years old, he had a lot of composure.
It's simple, didn't it? Which is what you want to do in a game of that magnitude.
No massive mistakes, decent passing. Nothing outstanding. There wasn't a moment where I was like, oh, that's why Ten Hag's picked him. He was just solid all round. And then when we get to player ratings, I'm sure we'll get onto that. But it was good to see. I was really hoping to see a Zidane Iqbal because that's a guy I'm really excited about, and I thought he may get an opportunity, but he went with Kobe Mainu, which I don't think any of us thought. I think if any of us were like a youth prospect or a reserve team gets a guy, I think he was like about 10th on the list before we got to get him. So yeah, it was really interesting to watch, and I thought he did decent for his first ever game.
And as a team, it was a bit of a mad one because I feel like at the minute there's enough players performing where we're getting the result over the line. So there's like 6, 7 that are performing. I thought ones who weren't necessarily Antony Elanga. Now, I was trying to figure out in my head when I first saw the front three, it was Antony, obviously, and it was Elanga, and it was Garnacho. I was like, who the fuck's going to play up top there? Are they going to keep it fluid? Are they like... I know Elanga played as a striker in the youth team setup, but we can't be... I don't think we can be too harsh. I know how your feelings on him, but it was in a new role. It's difficult, isn't it?
On the graphic, on the stream I was watching, they had Garnacho in the centre. And he had Elanga on the left and Antony on the right. That's how they like. But then I said to my girlfriend, I was like, I think they're going to be a bit more fluid. I think they're going to swap out because we know Garnacho likes to drift out to that left quite often. And I'm sure we'll get on to Antony because I know you've got some strong feelings on Antony. He's predominantly like on that right hand side. So yeah, I thought it might end up with Elanga down the middle. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. Like there was no big mistake. There was no like massive sitter opportunity that he didn't score. I just don't think he's United caliber. I think he can make a living in the Premier League for sure. Definitely the Championship. I think he'd be one of the better players in the Championship. But in the Premier League, he can definitely make a living for a team that's in like the lower half to mid tier. Like I think he's a decent enough player, but he just doesn't have anything for me. He's not a great shooter. He's not a great passer. He's quick, but he doesn't really do much with it. A lot of hesitation in him, a lot of just sort of indecision and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't see what anybody else sees in him. Like, I don't see what Ollie saw in him. Maybe he trains really well. Maybe he
just work rate, training well.
Yeah, so I don't get it, because game day, he's lacking for me. And that's nothing against the guy. Again, like, I like the guy. He seems to come across very well in interviews. Everybody seems to like him, etc. But I just don't think he's United caliber.
Do you know what? Ironically, he reminds me of Iwobi. I know he's been linked, but just a runner, like a good lad, good trainer. But then there's only a certain level that you hit before you can. When you're at Manchester United, do you know what I mean? Like, even look at some of the youngsters that came on, like Facundo Palestra. I have to talk about him, and Shreyas is going to be piping after this. Like,
Shreyas wishes he was awake now, because he could talk about Palestra.
Yeah. He's going to watch that cameo in the morning, and he's going to be like, "Oh, okay." He was all right when he came on. Nice touches. It was running at people. Like, he looked confident, man.
Yeah, no, we've seen him before do this. Like, when he's had his cameos, he's looked exciting. He's quick. He's got very, very good feet. Decent range of passing and stuff. And he plays for the Uruguay team all the time. He gets picked all the time. So they see something in him. So he must have something.
Crazy to think that was his debut, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what he was saying on the thing.
I don't see why he's not had an opportunity before. Like, even in pre-season, he didn't get much time. So, yeah, it's weird. And I hope it's the start of a lot more minutes for him. I hope Ten Hag has seen that small cameo and go, okay, maybe I can give him 20, 30 minutes next time. Maybe I can give him a bit more to show what he can do. And then you've got another option on that right wing then, because Sancho's out at the minute. We don't know. I thought he'd come back in this game. Like, I put him in my 11. Wasn't even on the bench, so don't know where he is.
But you could have Antony and Palestra on the right-hand side competing, and Rashford and Sancho on the left, and Garnacho to throw in the mix as well.
Yep.
It's not bad competition to have, is it? Sticking with the right side is someone I definitely want to talk about. Look, he scored an absolute worthy of a goal. Finesse, not too far from the goal he scored from City, although I obviously thought the one against City was better. He's so fucking frustrated. I don't know how you felt about his performance, but like, if he was on a tightrope, he would hop on his left foot across the tightrope. He never wants to use his right foot. And it didn't bother me at first, because when he first came in, he obviously got a goal against Arsenal. Everyone was loving it. And he was putting on good cameos. He wasn't giving away silly passes, like shit shots. I don't get what it is with Antony. It's just like, there was a moment near the corner flag where he was in a more advanced position to go on his right-hand side. It was just clear to see. Yeah. He was in a more advanced position. And he retracted back and cut back. And you're like, what are you doing? It's so frustrating, man. Like, how do you cut that out of someone's game?
I don't know. When he first came in, he didn't seem one-dimensional. But now he is. Now all he wants to do is get down the right, cut in on his left foot, and then bend it around the keeper. Yeah. That's all he wants to do. There's no other interest in his mind. There's no interest in crossing. There's no interest in putting a pass across. There's no interest in looking for the overlap from Dalot or Wan-Bissaka. I'm sure we'll touch on Dalot's worrying injury as well. There's no interest. He wants to cut in on his left and bend it. And that's all he does. And it's becoming a point now where it's like, mate, you've got to offer something else. You have to do something else, because it worked out against Charlton. Because personally, I think the goalkeeper should have done better, because it wasn't right in the corner.
It's not right in the top corner.
It's not like the goalkeeper's looking at it going, I'm not going to touch that. I think he should have done better, personally. And maybe against an Edison or something like that, he gets a hand on it and it goes away. But scored the goal. Yeah, important. Did well again. Right place, right time, and a good skill. But he's just the same thing. And against City and against Liverpool and against and Arsenal, and if that's all he's going to be doing, their defenders and their fullbacks are like, easy day then. We know exactly what he's going to do. So we don't even need to worry about him doing us on the right hand side. We just got to worry about him cutting in. And I don't know why he's done it, because he wasn't like that when he first came. He was taking people on. He was having a go. He was dribbling, bunch of tricks. The only trick I saw, he came in, he cut in again on his left, and 3 Charlton players just went into him. And instead of like thinking, get the pass out to somebody near him, he tried to do a spin and lost the ball.
Yeah.
Like, there's 3 players around you. What are you doing? There's not the time. When you've got space and you've got time, do your spin. But don't do it when there's 3 players, like, circling it. Like, fucking, He's frustrating, man. He is getting to the point now where I'm like, right, Ten Hag needs to get a grip of him and, like, start sorting this shit out.
Yeah, the thing is, the comparison that's drawn, obviously, because he's very heavily left-footed, is the Arjen Robben. Like, he's like Robben was one-footed. The thing is with Robben, though, he had that much intelligence in the game, and he would develop a pattern or a certain skill to get past the man, which defenders found it hard to deal with. Antony, when he gets in them 1v1 situations, he's not even running at him. Yeah. He's not running at him. He's constantly cutting back onto his left foot.
There's no tricks.
Yeah, and basically, I remember one point in it as well where the defender, there was 2 defenders on him, and he was just all sticking to his left foot.
Hand side,
yeah. They were just showing him that way, and like, because they know he's not going to go down there. Yeah. And someone like Riyad Mahrez, for example, for Man City, who we know has got a wonderful left foot as well, he still has dangerous. He does cut back onto his right, and he switches it up at times.
That's why Mahrez, it works, because defenders don't know. Is he going to go right? Is he going to go left?
Yeah.
Like, they second guess themselves, and then he gets the space. You probably listened to the podcast as well, the Talk of the Devils, and Carl Anker, like you said, was referring to Arjen Robben, and he was saying he's like a boxer. He's got these different weaves, these different dips, these different setups, and then you don't know, is he throwing a punch? Is he throwing a right hand? Like, what is he doing? He had all these different things, and then by the time the defenders worked out what he was doing, he was past him and he was gone.
Yep.
And Antony needs to work that into his game. Ten Hag needs to get into his game. Like, you need more than this, mate. You need to start working. Watch Arjen Robben tapes and just sort of pick some stuff out and start working on it, because this ain't going to work against big teams, mate.
You know what, as well? We play a big team, of course, on Saturday, Man City, and if it's Cancelo at left back, who's naturally right-footed anyway, it's just going to be an easy night all night long for him. He needs to start adapting it, or when Jadon Sancho comes back, that is something we seriously look at and start switching it up, because he needs to kick up the arse, definitely. Yeah. But it's weird saying that, because he scored against Everton and he scored against Charlton.
His goal scoring record's pretty good. Like,
it's not bad. Yeah. We're going to touch on Rashford in a second, speaking of goal scoring records, but I just want to touch on Dalot, because you mentioned him there. I hope it's not long term. I don't know what it is. Have you had any inkling to what it is?
No,
have you seen any clips about it?
I've had a gander on Twitter just before he went live. I didn't see anything. So
nothing still coming
out. I'm hoping he felt a twinge in his hamstring, and rather than risking playing it, they just went, fuck it. We'll just take him off now, bring Wan-Bissaka on, and we'll assess it. And hopefully he's then good for City, and he doesn't further damage it, and then he's out for weeks and weeks and weeks. So I'm hoping that's what it is, rather than it's really, really bad and he's fucking done. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
What about before the injury? He's not been sparkly, Dalot, but you know how he was before we went for the World Cup?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the injury thing, if he's slowly getting back into it, but there's a couple like that who don't seem to be at that level yet. Rashford, of course, is.
Lissandro was off it today. Second half.
Yeah.
He was off it.
Yeah, he missed quite a few of the things. Like, I was moaning. You have to give it like equal criticism, right? Because Maguire, a couple of times he stepped in to try and win it high up, and he missed it, and Lissandro did it a couple of times as well. So you have to give equal kind of criticism, don't you?
Lissandro's touch as well. Sometimes he'd like get the ball and it'd be a really heavy touch, and he'd knock it out. Like, he knocked it out for a throw-in twice. He knocked it in front of him, but he's passing. So he seems a bit rusty. Maybe he's still hungover from the World Cup. I don't blame the lad. But,
I've seen that. Someone put that in the chat, saying he's still pissed, and I was like, yeah, probably.
So maybe, but Dalot, maybe he's just getting back to full fitness, full match sharpness. Like, I'm sure it'll come with time. Like, we've seen what he's been doing this season. He's been scintillating. So I don't have any worries. Hopefully he's not injured, because we need him for City, we need him for Arsenal and Barcelona as well. So we need him for those games coming up, and hoping it's not too serious. But I'm not worried about him. He'll come back. He'll be fine. Yeah,
fingers crossed it's not a long term, because he did come back with a hamstring injury, didn't he? So hopefully it's not that again. Fingers crossed for Diego Dalot. From worries to positivity, Marcus Rashford. I've just seen the thing. Marcus Rashford scored the most goals in Europe, top 5 leagues since the World Cup, with 7 goals. In all competitions at the minute. King Rashford, I had King Rashford trending in the TikTok chat before. Like, he is honestly killing it at the minute, innit?
everything he touches turns to gold, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't put a foot wrong. It's insane. And he's what is he? Is it 6 games in a row now he scored?
7, I think.
7.
I think it's 7, isn't it? Yeah.
He's beat. Is it Rooney's record? Was it Rooney's record? It was 6.
Yeah, since 2012, wasn't it? Last one
So he's
to do
beat
that.
Rooney's record now, which that's high esteemed company to be put in, isn't it? United's all-time top goal scorer. England's Is he still England's top goal scorer?
Yeah.
England's top goal scorer, United. So that's high esteem to be put in. Thing, and if he carries on like this season, he might have a record-breaking season. He might end up with 25, 30 goals if he carries on, because he's absolutely killing it. 20 people in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for being in the chat. We appreciate it. Anybody who's joined from TikTok, from Nick's little live before, welcome. Hope you enjoy it here. Adam's in the chat. Ten Hag has said, I don't think it's serious. This is on Dalot. We have to wait, but it was a precaution to get him off. Yeah. And not to risk him ahead of Saturday's game. Yeah, so that's what I thought it was. So, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Everyone in the chat as well, let us know as we're going to get into player ratings very shortly. But talk to me about Rashford, Dalot, Antony. Did you have frustrations at the midfield? Obviously, it was worlds apart when Casemiro came on, won it. The first time diagonals that he was playing, honestly, like, that guy's vision is out of this world. I didn't realise. I know we speak about him every single week, and rightfully so,
because he's
ridiculous. Been a monster. He is ridiculous. He is the best in that position right now. It's just the first time passing, man. He doesn't even look. He just he'll get it in a position.
He knows where it is.
He's scanned beforehand.
He knows scanned.
Where it is. Something that Maguire doesn't do, but he knows where it is. Just first time pings, and it's like crisp, like to a T. Yeah. He's unbelievable, and him and Rashford are going to be important for that derby on Saturday, aren't they?
Yeah. I think he was sat on the substitutes bench with his wine, wasn't he? And he was just like this.
I said that. He come on with his little goblet.
And then Ten Hag was like, "Are you going out?" Like, all right, okay. And he just walked on with his wine. He's just swilling it around, pinging passes.
What a guy, man.
Left, right, side. The guy is Casemiro, man.
Insane.
He's class. Like, I'm running out of things to say about him, because I don't have any more adjectives and superlatives to say about him, because he's that good. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Well, he's going to have a tough test on Saturday, and I think that's where you'll see a prime Casemiro, because in the last game we had McTominay, didn't we? So having Casemiro in there is going to make worlds different. We've got Bruno back. Eriksen's obviously. Will Eriksen? I thought Fred was all right today. I thought he was okay, man. But hit the post on a free kick as well.
McTominay likes a derby, though. You forget that. He plays well against City.
Yeah.
You remember that goal before lockdown?
I just think Casemiro and Fred, though, like with obviously the international relationship, Fred's pressing off the ball. I think that's something that we struggled with in the last game. I felt like there was Eriksen, obviously, for all we've spoken about it, is positives in his creativity. He lacks sometimes in his strength and pace and defensive work. So I think, I don't know, maybe Fred will start with Casemiro and Bruno ahead of him, and then Eriksen might come on in the second half or whatever. But Eriksen should have had a couple of goals today as well, shouldn't he?
Yeah, that I said in the chat, he should have had a hat-trick, because he got set up by, hopefully we'll talk about him next, Garnacho, about 3 times.
Yeah, he's next.
Right in the 6-yard box. And goalkeeper made 2 very good saves. I thought they were very, very good saves. And then the other one, I just think he should have done better with it, and he should have just buried it. And Brandon's in the chat. I assume he's a TikTok lad, because I've not seen him in before. Fred's free kick. Yeah, Fred's free kick hit the post, man.
It was close.
Yeah. Not far away.
I know I'm saying that this is going fucking rose head.
This is going out the stadium.
Is Fred standing over this free kick, man? Get someone else on it, but it's, in fairness to me, it was actually an alright free kick, and very nearly went in.
I said that to DC. I was like, what the fuck does Fred think he's doing there?
I have no idea.
He ain't taking this. And then he took it and hit the post. I went, oh shit.
Yeah. He is a raffle of a player, in it. Like, just no idea what you're gonna get.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Alejandro Garnacho, your boy Sam. Only right we save him till last. Well, I was gonna say Rashford till last, but we kind of already mentioned him. Garnacho. One criticism I have of him, I thought he had a very good game, but I feel like at times he dips in and out a bit of the game. Yeah. Like, there'll be phases where he goes quiet, but then he's electric again. Like, I thought he was in like 20-minute patches. You know what I mean? Yeah,
no, but that's to be expected with a young lad.
Innit?
Yeah, he's learning his game. He'll iron the sort of creases out of as he goes on and stuff. But yeah, every time he was on the ball, he looked like he was going to create something. He'd get down that left, he'd do that. I don't know who their right back was, but he'd did him time after time after time after time. Just tore. I felt sorry for the guy by like 85 minutes. He's just getting torn to pieces. Like I said, set a bunch of goal. Did he set one of the Antony goal up? Was that him? Across.
I can't remember who set it up. To be honest with you, I'll have a look now.
And then he obviously with the Eriksen chances as well, he was getting them in, and he probably should have scored as well. He did a very similar thing to Antony where he cut in, didn't he? And he bent it, kind of thing. Keeper made a decent save.
Bit greedy at times, do you think?
Again, I think that's his style. I think he is a goal scorer, and I think that's how he's going to end up playing. He's going to be a goal scorer. Much like the guy that we no longer mention who used to play in the other wing. Yeah. He's very similar in that sort of thing. A lot of people accused him of being greedy with the ball, etc. So
yeah, it's true.
I think again, it's a young thing. I think he'll hopefully adapt to stuff like that. But he's always a threat, man. He's just total threat every single time he gets the ball, and I love it. I love watching him. He's so exciting. It's refreshing to see when you compare it to like Antony on the other side. He just doesn't ever take anybody on. Doesn't.
It's United heritage, isn't it? Like we were all about wingers. David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, even Nani. You know what I mean? Like we've always had George Best. You go back to the fucking 60s. Like we've always had exciting wingers, and Garnacho definitely fits that bill. We was both at Old Trafford the last time when he was playing, and he was every time he got on the ball, everyone just stood up and expected something. Yeah, he's got something special about him, man.
I said this before. He's very much in the vein of Ryan Giggs, Andrei Kanchelskis. That's what I get the feeling from. Like the first player I fell in love with was Andrei Kanchelskis. Like such a good winger to watch. Chalk on his boots, always running. And that's how I started. When I started playing football, I played very much, tried to emulate that. And Garnacho is similar to that. He's really, really exciting. And long may it continue. He's going to have bad games. He's going to have bad moments where he's not quite there. But again, he's 18, 19?
Yeah. I think of the youngsters we've got to surface, Sam. We've got Palestri came on today, looked very good. Amad Diallo's killing it at Sunderland. Garnacho is looking well as well. And then you've got Rashford, Sancho, and Antony above them in the pecking order as well.
Palestri
that's what I mentioned then, Palestri. Amad and Garnacho with like the youngsters, like second in command or whatever you want to call it. Antony, Rashford, Martial, Sancho. But then you've got another number 9 if you want to add on top of that as well. It's quite exciting to be honest, because a lot of them are like 25 and under. Do you know what I mean? So
32 people in the chat. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. Subscribe if you're new here. We put out content every single day, and we work really, really hard on it. There's a bunch of team behind this. There's me, there's Nick, there's a bunch of other lads. Subscribe to us, you won't regret it. You'll love the content. Thank you everybody for watching. 32 people is insane. Absolutely insane. So
absolutely. And we're through to the semi-finals, of course, of the Carabao Cup.
Please don't give us City. Don't give us City.
Well, this is what we're going to mean in the next question. The draw is tomorrow night. Newcastle beat Leicester, I believe, in the other game, so they are through. City play Nottingham. Southampton, is it?
Yeah.
Or Nottingham Forest? I can't remember. I think it's Southampton away. You would expect them to get past Southampton, and they've been in shit form this season, bottom of the league. And then you've got Wolves and Forest, I think it is. I think it's Wolves and Forest in the other game. So you look at potential games there, Sam. If Wolves gets past Forest, it's going to be a sticky game. Newcastle, they're flying at the minute, playing really good football. We did and then another Manchester derby.
we didn't have a good game against Newcastle either at Old Trafford, did we?
No, 0-0.
Yeah, that wasn't a good game either. Like there was not much goal threat and stuff like that. And then, like you said, they're absolutely killing it in the league this season. So there's no easy game there. There's no.
And because we've had 7, I think it's been 7 consecutive home matches now we've been drew in the FA Cup and the Carabao.
It's going to be away,
It's going to be away, innit? You just know it's going to be away. I'm more than you.
Wolves, fucking hell.
Jesus Christ, man.
Let me know. Nick's not doing a watch-along for that. Not doing a watch-along
the more than you one. I don't know what I'm going to do. I won't be here anyway. I'll tell you that for free. People in the chat, let us know who you would prefer in the draw. If you got a preference, obviously a couple of them haven't gone through yet already, but I know some of you have been watching Newcastle tonight, and apparently they was all over Leicester. Newcastle super strong at the minute, and obviously level on points with us in the Premier League as well. So that'd be an interesting clash. But semi-finals is nice, man.
Adam wants the winner of Wolves Forest. I understand his point because it's probably the easier tie, but a Wolves game is always shit. It's always shit. Every single time it's shit. I'll take Forest. If Forest beat Wolves, I'll take that. I'm happy with that game.
Oh yeah, that's the best draw we can get, isn't it? Really, Forest. To be honest, Forest or Southampton, but I just don't. City. It's going to be City in the final, isn't it? To be honest, and I think if you have to put money on it now, who do you think we get? Because I think we're going to get Newcastle.
Yeah, I'd say Newcastle or Wolves. I'd be one of them.
Away.
Yeah, away. Definitely away. Definitely away.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think what was the odds? They said on the Talking Devils podcast.
250 to 1 to get 7
and then
consecutive.
If you get 8 doubles every time, which is insane. Rubber,
absolutely insane.
2908, it says, want a day out, I want the winner of Wolves Forest. Everybody wants the winner of Wolves Forest, apparently, so.
Yeah. Well, you would. That's the main one, but you never know what can happen in cup competitions. Anyone could go through. City could go out tomorrow night, and then it's ours to take, in my personal opinion. But I do think it's potentially, unless we draw City in the semi-finals, I think it will be a Manchester derby in the final. My personal opinion. I think we're too strong at the minute. But we'll see.
Brandon wants Newcastle. He wants to put them in their place. I mean, that'd be great.
Oh, confidence! I like it.
I'm a fan, man.
Yeah, I like the confidence. Should we do player ratings then? I think we've touched on most of the players, haven't we? Individually and collectively.
Yeah, I think. Should we just touch? Adam's asking about Tom Heaton. He said, "How is that Tom Heaton's first appearance for United?"
Yeah. Well, I know he appeared. I was saying prior to the game when I was going through the lineup. I know against Cadiz and Real Betis in the friendlies. Yeah. He played, and he actually put. Even though we conceded goals, he actually put in a relatively decent cameo. But you could tell, like I said at the start, from the Bravco to Heaton, like it was just worlds apart. He just looked confident, but in fairness to him, and he collected. There was a few times, the ball got lumped into the box, and he was calm, collected it quite a few times.
There was a couple of punches where he got rid of it. Yeah. I thought he didn't have much to deal with. To be fair to him, but had decent thing, and it's weird that he feels like he's been around United for about 20 years, doesn't it? But it's good. Nice to see him get his debut. I was a bit afraid that it was going to be Butland, but maybe he's not quite ready yet. I don't know how much football he's played in the last couple of weeks, but be interested to see going forward. I think David De Gea comes straight back in the team Saturday, so maybe we'll see him in the next round, or maybe we'll see Butland, someone like that, in the next round of the cup. 45 people in the chat. It keeps going up. This is insane. This is fucking weird, man. Like we just played Charlton in a not so great game. And we won 3-0, and there's 45 people in the chat. Insane. Yeah. Insane.
Well, this is product of consistency every single day. We are live on this channel every day. I'm live on TikTok every single day. Yeah. We love talking football. We love discussing transfer rumours and stuff. And we will be live tomorrow for the breaking news show. Wout Weghorst is pretty much one step away from joining Manchester United. That will probably, mark my words, that'll probably break tomorrow that we're going to sign him. So keep an eye out for that, and we will be going live.
Question,
so
Nick,
turn on that. Go on.
If we sign him, does he start in the derby?
I don't know what's happening with Martial, because obviously he went on the bench today. I don't know if that's a precaution as well, and he's getting him ready. I don't think Weghorst starts on Saturday. He might get a brief cameo. I mean, could you imagine him scoring?
If he scores the winner.
Jesus Christ, man! Yeah.
Legend already. He's fucking legend already.
Yeah. He's a passionate guy as well. Anyone who knows anything about Weghorst, his personality, he's proper out there. There was things about him saying he was texting his teammates at like 2 a.m, describing how they can have a better relationship and stuff like that. Like,
been texting back going, "Fuck off, mate."
He's mate, fuck off out. Like, he's got the personality to deal with Old Trafford anyway.
Rubber's asking you what you thought of Kobe Mainoo. I know I touched on it, but do you want to give your?
Yeah, well, when you're that age coming into a quarter final as your debut, you have a certain element about you where you have to just like keep things simple, just do the basics right, and then if anything extras on top of that, then happy days. I don't think he did himself any wrong. I thought he was all right. He fit into the midfield. He looked comfortable, had composure, some nice little flicks. But there was sometimes obviously positional there off the ball wasn't quite right, and little things like that. But that'll just come with experience. And we had a lot of youngsters on today as well. So in fairness to him, I thought,
Let me rattle through a couple of comments because it's going mental.
Yeah, go for it.
Adam is saying bench him for the derby and then throw him on for the last few minutes. Yeah, that's what he said. Aaron Ramshaw, is he from TikTok?
No, I've not. No,
Oh.
not seen Aaron Ramshaw before.
He's saying, Brandon, I'll be confident beating Man United as Newcastle fan tonight. Display would beat anybody tonight. Interesting.
Apparently they did look really good, Newcastle.
Bit of needle in there, man. Bit of needle in it. I like it. Go on, let's go do player ratings then.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom Heaton, as Graham Souness would say, I've played the game. Steady Eddie. Yeah, I thought it was just a kind of casual performance from him, wasn't it? You can't really give him a 7 for collecting the ball, just doing what keeper's job. So at 6 for Tom Heaton.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, fair play to him. Moving on to reflect.
It's easy gig, isn't it? United's third choice goalkeeper. Yeah. I'll take that job. I'll do that job.
Light work. Yeah. Play 5 games a season, if that, something like that. A couple of games. Big up Tom Heaton. Right back, should we go with Wan-Bissaka because Dalot went off in the 35th minute, I think. Dalot was all right before he went off, but we already spoken about him. Said he weren't his sparkly best. Wan-Bissaka. You know what you're getting with Wan-Bissaka, slipping on ice, good at defending, but going forward he's limited. But he did put a cross in, I think, for an offside goal.
Yeah.
That we scored. I can't remember.
Ilanga.
Was it Ilanga? Yeah, Ilanga. Yeah. So in essence, he did get an assist, but again, I don't know. What did you give him? 6 again?
6.5 because he got a clean sheet.
Yeah, let's go with 6.5.
There's some good tackles. Obviously, I know most defenders say if you have to make a tackle, you've already made a mistake.
Yeah.
But his slide tackling, it is exciting to watch. I do enjoy
watching him
crunch.
Do it. It was one of them where he absolutely smacked into him, and you're like, yeah, I do.
I enjoy watching him. I think they're great to watch, but again, he's limited. Like you said, he did do a cross for what turned out to be an offside goal. So give him a 6.5. Let's be nice and be generous.
We're through, so it'll be nice. Again, people in the community, in the chat, get involved. Let me know your ratings, if you agree with us or you disagree with us. Either way. Centre-backs, Maguire, I think him and Lisandro were both similar, in my personal opinion.
Below par, weren't they?
It was a bit, a couple of times, like we said, when he stepped in, missed the ball, misreading the game. Lisandro, hopefully he's sharper for the derby because he's better than that. I hold Lisandro to we hold Lisandro to a very high standard. So hopefully he's a bit better, but I don't know. I don't want to give him a 5, but I don't want to give anyone under a 6 because I just feel like we're through.
Give him a 6. They got a clean sheet, man.
Okay.
Give him a 6. Yeah.
Okay, we'll give him a 6.
Give him a 6, but when the teacher writes on your report, room for improvement.
Yeah.
They give you a C, but they go room for improvement. We'll go with that.
Yeah, spot on. Room for improvement. Plenty of room for improvement for Maguire. Left back.
Room to leave, I think, for Maguire. But...
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Malacia, left back. I thought he was doing well in the first half, very aggressive, getting up and down, helping Garnacho out at certain points, but still want more from him, I think. I still like when he first came in, he looked the part, dropped off a little bit, and he's starting to get back, and he's starting to progress again now. But again, I don't know, slightly over a 6. I thought he was okay. He weren't bad. I didn't see anything absolutely glimmering that he was doing wrong, but I didn't see it in the same vein. I didn't see him doing anything, majorly amazing.
No, I agree. Brandon's saying Maguire is just poor, needs to be benched for Derby. Yeah, he's not going to play in the Derby, don't worry.
I fucking hope not. I hope not.
It'll be Alessandro for Varane. Malacia, I thought, was all right. Some nice little things that I saw, nothing spectacular. Like you said, he's getting back to his best, so 6.5. Again, kept a clean sheet. Looked effective at times, but wasn't stunning by any stretch of imagination. I'll go with 6.5.
I was going to say they don't put enough crosses into the box, but there's no target to hit. Maybe that'll change when Wout comes in.
Our front line was very short. Like, you had Ilanga, who's not the tallest guy, Garnacho, who's not the tallest guy, and Antony doesn't go anywhere near the box. So it's
just stays on the edge doing that,
so
little dance, basically. Yeah. Moving on to the midfield, McFred. I thought Fred had a better game than McTominay. Don't think McTominay really did much, so I'd give McTominay a 6 because I thought it was a little bit of a passage job. Some nice passes. He was drilling it in the first half, first time, which was nice to see because he doesn't usually do that. You associate McTominay a little bit with that bunny up that he does.
Sideways,
I'm playing it sideways as well, yeah. Hence the name McSideways. Fred had a better game. I thought Fred was... Unless I've missed something, I'd give Fred a 7. I actually thought he was really good.
I don't get Fred. He's the most baffling player I've ever
He
come
is.
across at Manchester United.
Yeah.
Like, every single game is just, what is he going to do? What is he going to be like? Is he going to score a screamer from 60 yards? Or is he going to crunch into a tackle and lose the ball 4 times in a row?
Yeah.
No
and
idea.
then they go the other end and score.
No
That's usually
idea.
how it works.
Absolute no fucking clue. But yeah, I give Fred a 7. I thought he was solid. He had that chance with the free kick, hit the post. Some good passes.
Set up a goal as well.
Yeah.
I think it was Antony's goal. Let me double check that.
Yeah.
Assisted Antony's goal as well. So
I think yeah, Fred gets the 7 and gives Scott 6.5. I don't want to give him a 6 because again, I thought he was better than average.
Slightly better.
But I think Fred was the better sort of pivot slash whatever you want to, whatever the 8 or the 6. I don't know which one was which. They kept interchanging, so whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Very quickly, we do Kobe Mino. We already discussed him in depth. It's 6 in it. It's just for his debut. Did what he needed to do. Didn't do himself any wrong. Would we agree with that?
Yeah. No, I don't want to undercut the guy too much because it's his debut. But again, he wasn't spectacular. So yeah. 6.5.
I don't think there was any, apart from maybe Marcus. I don't think there was any out there proper like Garnacho. Maybe you could throw into that bracket with them two. We'll discuss short there. Antony's a weird one because he scored, but I'm still fucking frustrated with him, man. So I don't know what to give it. I'll let you go with Antony. I don't have a clue.
Yeah, really nice comment, by the way, from Rubber2908. Just found you guys tonight. Proper good chat, no bullshit. Looking forward to watching you for the rest of the season. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate the comment and appreciate you joining us and interacting with the community. We need people like you. There's a lot more people on the channel as well. I'm sure you'll find them way more appeasing and attractive than myself. We've got some.
We've got different personalities. I think that's safe to say. Yeah, for sure.
But he's. I can't give him below 6 because he scored. He scored a goal, so I can't give him below 6.
But then I feel like we've given everyone quite a lot of people a 6 because it's been a steady performance.
Yeah, but I don't think we had any, like you said, have any standout performances. Wait, should we give him a 6.5 because he scored?
Yeah, that's it because
6.5. But he's on his with Maguire and Lozano, there's room for improvement. Antony's on his last warning. He's got one.
There's room to go right. That's what should be on his fucking report.
He's on a warning. Like if he does it again, then there's going to be serious shit going down because I can't.
A verbal warning. You get your verbal warning. You get your written.
Yeah. Like it's just he's at a point now where I'm like, right, start offering alternatives, start offering something else because the fans ain't gonna be happy if this is all you're doing and you're just constantly pulling it onto your left and then pinging a ball. And you're going to get found out quick by bigger teams. So, yeah, offer something else. Hopefully, he plays a lot better in the derby because I think he does start in the derby. But
definitely, for sure. In caps, use your right foot. Yeah, leave that on his report.
Yeah.
Antony Lango, again, he struggled a little bit. He never plays as a striker. Ten Hag asked him to do a role, scored a goal, but he was offside, and he was offside by quite a margin as well.
Yeah.
I think he's got to be in the 6 club again, to be honest. Just average, maybe even. I don't want to give him below average because it's hard when you haven't played that role before in like a proper senior game. And I know it's against Charlton, but it is hard to do that.
Yeah, when you've won as well, and you've won by 3 goals, I feel really bad because every week when he plays, I feel like all I do is Elanga off.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. Because I don't hate the guy. I don't think he's shit.
But when you watch a performance like Garnacho, Sam,
yeah.
and you see what he's doing, you see that these levels, like the 1v1s that Garnacho, he's putting right backs on the arse, mate. Elanga's, he runs past, but then doesn't have the...
He hesitates. He has no instinct. He hesitates.
Yeah.
He gets the ball, and then he goes, all right, what am I doing? And he's lost the ball. Yeah. He's gone. Whereas Rashford now, you can see it in his eyes. He gets the ball, and it's only one thing. He's going in the back of the net. That's it.
Yeah.
Garnacho's the same. He gets the ball, and he goes, I'm tearing him a new one. I'm breaking his ankles, or I'm putting him on his ass.
I know there's not a fear factor with Elanga, is there?
No. He's a solid athlete. He's a solid player. Yeah. But that's it. That's
so it's Theo Walcott. So.
Yeah. I think he's
you know what I mean?
He's better than Theo Walcott.
I don't know. I don't know if Theo Walcott and his pomp was all right. It weren't too bad.
Arsenal fans will say otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Mm.
Rubber's saying, tell us your starting 11 against City. We'll have the City preview on Friday. So come back on Friday.
Correct.
We'll do our starting 11 then. So come check that out.
Yeah, that's going to be a very interesting one for that derby. Big game. R12 kickoff. I'll be doing a watch along on that on TikTok and YouTube as well. YouTube? No idea. Alejandro Garnacho. Don't call my name. Alejandro.
We've changed as well, haven't we? Viva Ronaldo to Viva Garnacho, which I like.
Yeah,
I'm a fan,
correct.
a big fan of that. He was wearing CR7 underwear. Did you see that?
I mean, if you've noticed enough, Sam, to see what underwear he's wearing, it's getting like a bit ridiculous at this point, isn't it?
He was they were kicking off in the centre circles. You know when they do that with a shirt and they wipe them out or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And you can just see the CR7 waistband.
Ooh.
So he's still
interesting.
A fan.
Maybe he's hooked him up with a little multi-pack or something. I don't know.
Before he left, here you go. Have those.
Yeah.
So I don't think you could pick Rashford as man of the match because he didn't play a full game. Even though
he's my man of the match. I'm sorry, but he's my man of the match.
I get that. But so for me, I think it is Garnacho. I thought he was the best
That's
player.
fair.
Best player who started. Do you agree with that? Best player who started on the pitch by far. I thought he was really good. Some really cool runs. Took on players. Was a threat every single time he was on the ball. Almost scored. Almost set up Eriksen 2 or 3 times. I thought he was absolutely phenomenal and he was getting back to his best. And again, exciting player. That's what you want at United. You want a player who's going to get you off your seat and get you going and look forward to him getting on the ball. And that's what he is. And Rashford's another one. So yeah, I'm really happy with his progress so far under Ten Hag, and I think it's only going to get better. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see what he does as he gets better. So it's going to be fun.
He's got the right coach to do it as well.
Oh, yeah.
To nurture him into the team for sure. Marcus Rashford's his second finish as well on his left foot was fucking insane. Really good. You've seen a comment in the chat, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen Adam's comment.
Yeah, I could tell it. I knew that was Adam's comment just by looking at your face. I can't even see the chat, but I just know it. So you can always rely on Adam for the comical value, can't we?
It's not as bad as his normal comments are.
Oh, okay.
Put it that way. Yeah. He put a laughing thing and just said, "Ha, Sam noticed." I think he was referring to. Just because your favourite guy wasn't playing, Adam, Luke Shaw wasn't on the pitch, let's not get jealous, okay?
If anyone who doesn't know, Adam's got a love affinity with Luke Shaw at left back. There's a famous video on our TikTok of that. But yeah, smash a like on the video, guys. Let us know who your man of the match was. Is it Alejandro Garnacho in the CR7 boxwear, or is it Marcus Rashford with the brace? Please let us know in the comment section.
Can we talk about Rashford for like 10 seconds? Because I feel like this guy is not getting enough praise, is he? Like, this guy is...
The local boy, the man from Withington.
Do you remember when, Liverpool and Arsenal and stuff, they're all in the pomp, and then they'd pick out a player, like, everybody's talking mad stuff about Odegaard. They were saying Virgil van Dijk was the best player of his generation, best defender of his generation, etc. All this sort of...
Comparing him to Rio and that.
Yeah, absolute shite. No one's talking about Rashford. No one said a fucking thing. I don't see talking about it. Yeah. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's mentioning anything, and it's baffling to me because the guy is absolutely on fire. Every time he comes on, he scores. Every time he starts, he scores. Every time he gets on the ball, he's a goal threat, and he's at least getting a shot on target. It's just, I can't believe it. I can't believe this is the same player that was
crazy, isn't it, from last season.
It's absolutely insane. Adam's saying, I'll see my man in front of me on Saturday. Yeah, Adam's going to the derby, so he'll be eyes only for Luke
Lucky
Shaw.
Bastard, managed to get a ticket. Yeah, and just on Rashford, like I said the stat before, he's since the World Cup, in all the Europe's top 5 leagues, he's scored the most in all competitions with 7 goals. So it shows you what kind of form he's in, and we are going to fucking need that for the derby on Saturday, hopefully. And he's a big game player. We know he is. He scored against Liverpool. He scored against Arsenal. He scored in all the big games, so
Rashford,
we're gonna need him
against City.
Yeah,
let's have it.
Oh my god. Yeah, Casemiro as well. We're going to need him, and Bruno will be back for that game as well. So super excited for that. And as we said, we've got the breaking news show tomorrow, guys. The preview for the City game, Manchester Derby on Friday, and then we'll be live for the 12:30 kickoff for that. It's getting exciting.
Incoming.
Cost incoming, is it? Tomorrow, keep an eye out for that. Turn your notification bell on so you don't miss a thing. This is Real Reds Talk. Thank you to Sam for coming on. Always appreciate your assistance, man.
No worries. Everybody, if you're not following us on socials, I'm sure a lot of you came over from TikTok. So if you followed us on TikTok and you're now subscribed here, go to our Instagram, go to our Twitter, go follow us on there, give us a follow. Have a look at some of our news posts. There's some reels on there, some clips from these shows. I'm normally on it as much as I can with the news posts. Obviously, life gets in the way sometimes. Dan is always on it on the Twitter as well. Yeah. And then Nick is on the TikTok, obviously. So, yeah, come follow us on all the socials. Drop us a DM as well on the Instagram. If you want to chat football, always happy to chat on there. So, yeah, drop us a DM if you want to talk. And, yeah, if you're not subscribed, there's still 36 people in the chat. So, if you're not subscribed, please do. We'd love to get to 1,000 for the end of Jan. That would be fantastic. And we're trying to grow this channel as quickly and as... We're going to try to make it as big and as interactive as possible, and that's only because of you guys. So, yeah, follow us, subscribe, all that good stuff.
And we love you all, so thank you for tuning in. United are through to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.